السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، ازيكم يا شباب؟ اخباركم ايه؟ النهارده انا عايز طبعا مبسوط قوي ان احنا مع بعض النهارده. النهارده هنتيك الادفانتج وهكمل معاك الريفيجن اللي انتوا طلبتوها بالنسبه لليفل 4 to continue solving the various problems اللي احنا شفناها في previous quizzes. I will try to do this with you today. اتمنى انك تذاكر كويس جدا. خلي بالك الليكتشرز اللي فاتت الخاصه بالجزء بتاع الريفيجن احنا really try to go through most of our course contents, going through the Maclaurin expansion, the derivatives, the definition of functions, plenty of applications. Already we did so. Going through the complex analysis. النهارده عايز افرجك على مساله ظريفه جدا in complex. بعدين عايز اتكلم على ماكلورين اكسبانشن اللي كانت جت في الامتحان، ناس كتير مش عارفه تحلها. عايز اوري لك هاو تو جو ثرو اند هاو تو مانج ات. كمان الابلكيشن بتاعها جميل جدا زي ما احنا هنشوف النهارده. Yes, already I've wrote it down for you, so it's good. It's not going to be difficult. Let's see. And also I want to go through the part that's related to how to handle a system of equations. برضه عايز اراجعه معاك والبروبابيلتيز البسيطه جدا بتاعت الديترمنتس. We will go through it. God, just give me a second, please. Okay. Okay. تعالوا نحل مع بعض كده ونشوف بعض المسائل الظريفه دي. خليني اعمل في الكورس ده ديزاين. Side. Second. Okay, perfect. Let's get our pen. أتمنى إنك تحل المسائل دي تاني لوحدك، يعني أنا أتمنى فعلا أتمنى المسائل اللي احنا بنحلها مع بعض you will have to be solved again. من الأمثلة اللي بفرجك معاك في الكويزز إنه مثلا بيقول لك إيه؟ هنا مثلا بيقول sketch the region given by the modulus of z minus e, which is less than the modulus of z plus I حاجه بالشكل. انا قلت لك قبل كده several times once ان انت عايز to prove any property in complex, just retain the main form of a complex number, which is very, very simple. All you have to do, as I I was not really happy about the people who didn't succeed in solving such a problem in this quiz. It's supposed to be a very simple problem. All you have to do is to consider that x equal x plus iy, which is the main form, which is this is really a main form of a complex number. All I have to do is to make the substitution. So this is going to lead to, that's in z, I will replace z by x plus iy minus I, which is less than the value of, let's do the same, so it's going to be x plus iy plus I. This is the magnitude of this complex value. Let's try to see if we can take common factors for something. It's really very simple. All we have to do is to try to have some common factors. If you remark, this part contains a complex. So those are the complex parts. So we can rewrite it down as this is the modulus. This is x, which is going to be to, let's take y as a common. So it's going to be y minus 1 times I, which is less than, let's take I2 as I told you previously. So it's going to be x plus, once you pick I, so it's going to be y plus 1 times I بالشكل. يبقى أنا دلوقتي عندي x في y minus 1i وعندي هنا x plus This is y plus 1 times y. Okay. طيب هقول لك على حاجه، هو انت عارف المودلس بتاع الكومبلكس دي remember it؟ It's simply the square root of the real part to the power of 2 plus the imaginary part to the power of 2. Let's do that. So simply I can rewrite that in this form. It's gonna equal to the square root. Square root of what? X to the power of 2 plus y minus 1 to the power of 2, which is actually less than the square root of x to the power of 2 plus y plus 1 to the power of 2. يبقى إذا أنا كل اللي أنا عملته دلوقتي وكل اللي أنا عملته إن أنا حاولت إن أنا أجيب المودلس بتاع الكومبلكس نمبرز اللي موجودة قدامي. طيب and still those square roots are trying to choke me. So all I have to do is to square both sides. كل اللي أنا هعمله أنا simply أو جاي كده أهو وأقول له والله أنا عندي square for both sides. أنا هربع الطرفين. Once you square both sides, all the square roots will vanish, and then you will have x to the power of 2 plus y minus 1 to the power of 2, which is gonna be less than x squared, الكلام ده plus y plus 1 to the power of 2. If we did that, you will remark that we can cancel x squared from both sides. Then I will try to expand these brackets. So the first will be to the power of 2, negative 2y plus 1 to the power of 2, so it's going to be 1, which is the less than. Please try to be with me, guys. I usually make very silly mistakes when we go through algebra. No one is away from those mistakes. If you lose your attention one time, then you will make plenty of those algebraic mistakes. Y to the power of 2, so it's going to be y to the power of 2 plus 2y plus 1. You will have to concentrate, please. Okay, I will try to cancel y squared from both sides, and then 1 from both sides. That's going to lead to ده يبقى the error ان انا عندي negative 2y. الكلام ده will be less than positive 2y. Try to get the y on one side. See, I've just made the replacement in the first step, and I'm moving with the problem. I'm moving with the problem. If I needed to square both sides, I will square it. If I needed to expand the bracket, I will expand the same thing. Then I will rearrange the terms all together. So all I have to do to have here is going to be 0. I will move negative 2y from the left hand side to the right hand side. So 0 will be less than 4y. That's in y is greater than 0. If you remark, if you went to the axes, you will find here y, and this is the x-axis. Here the x-axis, which leaves y with the real part. Okay. This is the imaginary part. We are seeking y greater than 0. Y greater than 0, it means all of this region contains y greater than 0, as you can see, all the half plane contains y equal to 0. So the region that we are seeking are the upper half plane. يبقى إذا ده عبارة عن upper half plane. يبقى إذا أنا عندي مثلا الكومبلكس عادية خالص، عايز to sketch the region. All I have to do, I'm really confused, a little bit afraid, just to make a simple substitution, replace z by the complex value, which is x plus iy. Once you start this, try to make your substitution, then try to go with the flow. Try to go with the flow. Just move with it. Voila, remember Maclaurin, we already spoke about Maclaurin previously. Any function that's, I'm sorry, just a second. Oh, no. Okay. Any function f of x, I can use Maclaurin expansion to expand this function. Maclaurin expansion states what? F of x will equal to f value at 0 plus x f dash at 0 plus x squared divided by factorial 2 times f double dash at 0 plus x to the power of 3 divided by factorial 3 times f treble at 0 plus x to the power of 4 factorial 4 times f 4 times derivative with respect to 0 and so on till you reach the nth term and the error point. Okay, let's take an example. Just to refresh your memories. If I want to find Maclaurin expansion, say for e to the power of x, again x, for you to see the variation inside. Simply, I will have to do what? I will have to get f dash x, which is going to equal to negative e to the power of negative x. Then I will get f double dash x, which is going to equal to e to the power of negative x. I will have to get f treble of x, which is going to equal to negative e to the power of negative x. Make it four derivatives. Get the fourth derivative in order to have a repetition technique. Okay? If I want to get the fourth derivative, f4 of x, so it's going to be e to the power of negative x. Once we do that, I will try to sum and get the values at 0. So this is at x equals 0, so I will have f at 0. This is going to be f dash at 0. This is going to be f double dash at 0. This is going to be f treble at 0. This is going to be f 4 times the fourth derivative of f at 0. If we want to make the substitution, here we go. The substitution for the first one is going to be 1. For the second one, it's going to be negative 1. For the second derivative, it's going to be positive 1. The third, it's going to be negative 1. The fourth, it's going to be positive 1. This is the Maclaurin expansion. So all I have to do is make the substitution. Okay, let's make the substitution. So I can write that f of x, which is e to the power of negative x, will equal to f at 0, which is simply 1. Plus x times f dash, so it's going to be negative x. Then plus x squared over factorial 2, which is x squared over 2, and x times positive 1, so it's going to be x squared over 2. Then over factorial 2. اللي بعدها تبقى negative x power 3 divided by factorial 3 plus x power 4 divided by factorial 4. Now I can calculate the next terms, which is going to be x power 5 divided by factorial 5 and blah 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 till the end of it. This expansion will help you out if you want to make an integration, differentiation, simplification to certain function. For example, if I want to integrate, let me see. If I want to integrate, say, from 0 up to 1, e power negative x minus 1 divided by x squared. If I want to make this integration, it's not going to be easy to have. But if I use Maclaurin expansion, for example, I can evaluate this value very, very simply. All I have to do is to make the replacement. So I can be the integration from 0 up to 1. Okay, let's say, let's make this just only x in order to avoid any complications. طبعا زي ما شايف I'm just trying to give an example to make things easier. From 0 to 1, and let's see. I will replace e power negative x by this expansion. 1 minus x plus x squared over factorial 2 minus x power 3 over factorial 3 plus x power 4 over factorial 4. الكلام ده minus 1 all of them are divided by x. Now, if you remark that's negative 1, it's going to go to positive 1. So now this problem will be on the floor. Integration from 0 to 1. Negative x plus x squared by factorial 2 minus x power 3 divided by factorial 3 plus x power 4 divided by factorial 4. Blah, 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 blah. This is the integration with respect to x. All of this will be divided by x. كل ده بنقسمه على x. لما اقسم على x ايه اللي هيحصل؟ يبقى اذا ده معناه على طول ان انت عندك integration from 0 to 1 ده هيبقى negative 1 بعدين plus x بس and x squared divided by this value. So you will have x divided by 2, then x squared divided by factorial 3, then x power 3 divided by factorial 4, and so on with respect to the x. This is an integrable approximation of this function. So you will end up simply having, let me complete it here. So you will have r will equal to open a bracket. The first is going to be negative x. The second will be x to the power of 2 divided by factorial 2 times 2. اللي بعديها يبقى negative x to the power of 3 divided by factorial 3 times 3. اللي بعده هيبقى plus x to the power of 4 factorial 4 times 4 blah blah blah. Every bracket make the substitution from 1 to 0. 1 is going to connect a negative 1 plus a quarter minus 1 over 18 plus and so on. As long as you increase the terms, the approximation will be, or the function value will be more nearer to the exact solution of this integration, which was actually not an easy integration. يبقى ده تكامل مش سهل عليك انك تحسبه، لكن وانس ان انا عملت تيلر بالمنظر ده او ماكرون اكسبانشن اصبح بالنسبه لي سهل جدا ان انا اعمل. من المسائل على الجزئيه دي، من المسائل اللي جات لك قبل كده، تعال بص على المساله دي برضه فكرتها حلوه. بيقول لك find Maclaurin expansion، get Maclaurin expansion، او بيقول لك هنا اهو get just a second. بيقول لك get Maclaurin expansion for، ومدي لك حاجه كده بص كده for y، الكلام ده بيسميه e to the power of x minus e to the power of negative x. وبيقول لك once you did that try to speculate to find the approximate value of the integration from 0 to 1 e to the power of x minus e to the power of negative x divided by x times dx. تعالوا نشوف ازاي اقدر احل المساله دي. First of all, you have to think. First of all, you will have to think. أول حاجة لازم تفكر. خلينا نستنى. خليك تفكر الأول. I have two ways. I can get the Maclaurin expansion from e power x, then I will subtract from it the Maclaurin expansion from e negative x, collect them together, get the general expansion, make the substitution, and we can evaluate this integration. Wait. No, just wait. Do you remember shine x? Do you remember shine x? Yes. I know shine x. أنا فاكر إن shine x is right here. أنا عارف إن shine x equal e power x minus e power negative x divided by 2. تصدق أنا ممكن أقول إن e power x minus e power negative x equal 2 times shine x. I will use this fact. Instead of expanding ex negative e power negative x, let's move it to be shine x. I will try to do this. Okay, instead of having e to the power of x minus e to the power of negative x, I can replace it with 2 times shine x. And instead of finding Maclaurin expansion for this function, I will get the Maclaurin expansion to that function, and I will perform this integration on this form. Let's do that. Okay, do you know? I will start with f of x equal 2 times shine x. That's an f dash of x is going to equal to 2 times cosine x. If I want to get the second derivative of x, it's going to be 2 shine x. If I want to get f trouble of x, so it's going to be 2 to the cosine of x. If I want to have the fourth derivative of x, it's going to be 2 shine x and so on. I can do that forever. Now I will make the substitution to get the values of f0. So in front of each one of these functions, I will try to see the value when x equal to 0. يبقى إذا أنا دلوقتي هيبقى عندي f okay at 0, then f dash at 0, f double dash at 0, f treble at 0, f4 at O, which is going to equal to shine 0 equals 0, so this function is going to equal to 0. Cosine 0 equal 1, so f dash will be 2. Shine will equal to 0. F treble, so it's going to be 2. F4 is going to be shine x. Shine x at 0 equal to 0, so this part is going to be 0. I can remain the same pattern in substitution. So the fifth derivative of this function at 0 is going to be 2. The sixth derivative of this function is going to equal to 0, and so on. From this knowledge, or from this data, I can write now the Maclaurin expansion. That's an f of x will equal to the value of f at 0 plus x times f dash 0 plus x squared factorial 2 times f double dash at 0 plus x to the power of 10 divided by factorial 3 times f treble at 0 plus x to the power of 4 factorial 4 f the fourth derivative plus and so on. Let's make the substitution. Instead of dealing with e to the power of x negative e of x, I will deal instead with 2 shine x, which is equal to e power x minus e power negative x, which will lead to f at 0, it's going to equal to 0. F dash at 0, so now this is going to have the value. This is going to be 0. This is going to have the value, and so on. لما اعمل السبستيوشن بتاعي يقوم ده يديني ايه؟ ان f dash تساوي 2. So this is going to equal to 2 times x. Okay, as I told you previously, this is the value. بعدين f dash equal 0. يبقى على طول الحركه اللي بعديها مين امسح ده؟ اللي بعده، يبقى اذا ده معناه على طول اهو اللي هيجي بعديه، يبقى اذا هيجي اف دبل داش ايكوال 0 اف تريبل، يبقى ده هيبقى بلس 2 times x power 3 divided by factorial 3 f4 is going to equal to 0. So the second or the other part, now I have the factor. It's going to work with the even, the odd parts and multiply by 2. So it's going to be 2x power 5 divided by factorial 5 plus 2x power 7 divided by factorial 7 and so on. طيب ده حلو قوي. I already succeeded in finding the expansion. I want to evaluate this integration. Integration ده بيساوي ان انا احسبه ازاي الانتجريشن بتاعي؟ ده عباره عن integration from 0 to 1 ل e power x minus e to the power of 2 of x divided by x times this, which is very difficult to handle. Okay, I can do that. This is the integration from 0 to 1. And instead of dealing with e power x e negative x, I'll replace it with 2 over sine x, this by x with dx. Then I will use this expansion. So it's going to be integration from 0 to 1, replacing 2 sine x. So it's going to be 2x plus 2x power 3 divided by factorial 3 بعدين plus 2 of x to the power of 5 divided by factorial 5 plus 2x power 7 divided by factorial 7 plus blah blah blah, and this is the integration. All of this will be divided by, will be divided by x. That's it. We are trying to integrate from 0 to 1, 2 plus 2 over factorial 3 times x squared, الكلام ده plus 2 over factorial 5 times x to the power of 4 plus 2 x to the power of 6 divided by factorial 7 plus any points when dx integrate يا مان. So it's gonna be 2x plus 2x power 3 divided by factorial 3 times 3 اللي بعدها هتبقى 2 في x power 5 ده factorial 5 times 5 plus وهكذا. بعدين هعمل substitution انا 1 ولا 0 اجيب الفاليو بتاعتي. برضه دي من التريتمنتس المشهوره قوي، وكانت عندك في الامتحان ناس كتير قوي ما عرفتش انها تمشي فيها وما عرفتش انها تحلها. اتمنى انها تكون واضحه بالنسبه لك. بعد الجزئين دول بالاضافه للجزء اللي احنا شفناه قبل كده، انا عندي جزء سهل قوي عايز اكلمك عليه، وهو الانفستيجيشن بتاع البيهيفير اوف فيريوس فانكشنز. والجزء ده اتس ابلكيشن دايركت ابلكيشن على الديريفاتيف. وبرضه من الحاجات الجميله قوي سهله جدا يمكن التعامل معاها بسهوله. تعالى شوفها على طول دلوقتي. انا قدامي حوالي يعني من ربع ساعه لثلث ساعه كنت خلصت الليكتشر بتاعتنا النهارده. تعالى نبص على المساله. اوكي. برضه تاني الموضوع ده ظريف قوي، اتكرر كتير قوي معاه. المفروض انها مساله بسيطه قوي، مش المفروض ان حد يغلط فيها. هنا بيقول لك ديسكاس ذا بيهيفير اهي. discuss the behavior of the functions ومديلك y الكلام ده بيساوي x to the power of 4 minus 2x to the power of 2 plus 6 وبيقول لي find the maximum, the critical points and so on. So direct application on derivative supposed to be very simple. The idea simply is to find the following. First of all, this is step 1. I will try to get y dash. Step 2, I will put y dash equal to 0 and try to get the critical points. So this step is going to give you the critical point, and it's going to tell you about the intrinsicity of the function. Is it increasing or intervals that increasing or decreasing؟ هيبدا يديلك ازاي بقدر اوجد ببساطه الفترات المختلفه بتاعت الانكريزنج وبتاعت الديكريزنج بتاع الفانكشن بتاعتك. عمليه سهله قوي قوي قوي، مش بتاخد ايفورت خالص. هنشوفها. Third step, step number 3, try to get y double dash, and then use the critical points and sub in y double dash. If the value of y double dash at the critical points were less than 0, then you will have a maximum, a local maximum. At this point, if y double dash at the critical points was greater than 0, you will have a minimum point. If you have y double dash at the critical points or the main points that will force y double dash to equal to 0, you will have conflict points. This is the steps that we are going to use. So, first of all, I will have to do the following. أنا دلوقتي عندي إن y الكلام ده بيساوي x to the power 4 negative 2x power 2 plus 6. The first step is to find y dash, which is going to equal to 4x power 3 minus 4x. Second step, in order to find the critical points, this is to find the critical points. الستيب اللي بعديه عشان اقدر ان انا اوجد الكريتيكال بوينتس بتاعتي، انا على طول هعمل y dash will equal to 0. يبقى انا هبدا استخدم y dash equal to 0. That's ان انا عندي 4 of x to the power of 3 minus 4x equal to 0, which is gonna lead to, then you will be take 4x as a common, now 4x as a common. Now I have 4x as a common, you will end up having x squared minus 1, and all of this equal to 0. Then this will develop 3 critical points, 3 values of x, either in x equal 0 or x equal positive 1 or x equal negative 1. شباب أتمنى إن الكلام ده يكون واضح. Folks, this should be really very easy task for you. Once you hold the left hand side equal to 0, you will have x equal to 0, which will develop the first critical point, or the bracket, which is x squared minus 1 equal to 0, that's x squared will equal to positive 1. Taking the square root will develop x equal positive 1 and x equal negative 1. If you remark, those are the critical points that will develop down the road, either local maximum or minimum or minimum. Maximum or minimum, or maybe one of them will be a conflict point. Let's see. How to go through the monotonicity of this function? I can do a very simple thing. Okay, just to help you out in arranging your thoughts, I will try to make the table as follows. This is at negative 1. This is the value of negative 1. This is the value of 0. So here we have 0. And this is the value of positive 1. The interval here, it's going to be less than, this is going to be less than negative 1. The interval here, it's for the x values, that's less than 0 and greater than negative 1. This interval is seeking to find the monotonicity of x greater than 0 and less than 1. And the last part is intended for x values that's greater than positive 1. Try to choose any number with this interval. Try to choose any number with this interval. Let's say negative 2. If I try to take negative 2, it's fine, f dash of x. And at the time being, f dash of x, الكلام ده بيساوي 4x times x squared minus 1. If I try to take negative 2, this bracket will be negative, and this bracket will be also negative. So, sorry, if we take negative 2, this bracket is going to be positive, and this part is going to be negative. Positive times negative, we will have negative value for f dash. يبقى إذا y dash will be negative. Thus, in this part, the function will be decreasing. أنا دلوقتي عارف إن through this interval, the function will be decreasing. If we put negative 1, this value is going to be 0. So the function is supposed to be slope will be flat. طيب, if I took a number between negative 1 and 0, say negative half. If we have negative half and we try to substitute here, negative half to the power of 2 is going to be a quarter. A quarter negative 1, so the value here or the sign will be negative times negative half, so the result will be positive. Then y dash sign is going to be positive, so the function through this interval will be increasing. If we went to 0, at 0 the function is flat. هنا at negative 1 the function is okay. At negative 1 the function is going to be flat. That x equal negative 1. So if y dash will equal to 0, هنا y dash will equal to 0. If I try to find the value between 0 and 1, let's say positive half. Let's do positive half. Positive half to the power of 2. Let's substitute here y dash. Y, let's take half to the power of 2 is going to be a quarter. A quarter minus 1 is going to be a negative. Negative times positive, the result will be positive. Oh, sorry, the result will be negative. That's y dash will equal negative value. So the function at this part will be decreasing. Still at 1, y dash will equal to 0. If I try